Welcome to Season 2 of Chat TPT, where we explore the vibrant landscape of the music industry through insightful conversations and valuable insights.
Join us as we make connections with diverse individuals from seasoned professionals, delving into their experiences and expertise.
Our podcast is your go-to resource for insider tips and tricks, covering everything from navigating the industry to fostering a resilient and versatile career.
With a focus on holistic success, we dive deep into topics such as health and wellness, mental resilience, effective marketing strategies, portfolio building, entrepreneurship, and the importance of cultivating a supportive community.
At the heart of it all lies our recurring theme, the power of surrounding yourself with people who uplift and empower you, forging your own path, and maintaining unwavering passion and discipline.
Tune in to Chat TPT every other week as we inspire, motivate, and equip you with the tools you need to thrive in the dynamic world of music, one uplifting conversation at a time.
We are here getting ready to record our intro episode, which is super fun, to our Season 2. And we have been using Riverside for a few months now. This is addressed to our audience. It was previously addressed to Kayla, but Kayla wants me to repeat this. We have 1080 pixel capability on both of our cameras, and so she was like, yeah, it's because I took the time to set up my webcam and whatnot. And so Riverside has apparently just detected that we both have that and has upgraded our quality, which is really cool. But yeah, she was talking about how it's like, with the better quality, it's like, oh, I need to make sure that things look better. So what I said was was that, yeah, it's funny how higher quality things, you assume that it makes you feel and look better, but it really just catches all of the imperfections that you have. So if you're a hot mess, then you become suddenly a hot mess in high definition for everyone to see. So the better quality equipment that you have, the more, I suppose, the more it encourages you to be better at what you do, which I guess is a good thing. Maybe, question mark. I guess if you actually decide to, be better, if you don't just let all of your imperfections be shown in all of their glory. But yeah, anyway, that was worth us recording. So we hit the record button, yeah, welcome to Season 2. We're calling this Season 2, yeah? Season 2
we are
of Chat
opening
TPT.
Season 2, Chat TPT. And I wanted to demonstrate or show everybody how beautiful my sweater is that I
Yes, amazing. All of our listeners on Spotify and Apple Music are definitely gonna see what you just stood up and showed.
They're gonna we'll put it as like the picture for the episode.
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. It's amazing.
But yeah, jumping into Season 2. So I feel like throughout Season 1 we kind of started this theme, and Season 2 we're going to be going into making connections. So we have a bunch of people that we're going to be interviewing and chatting with about their experience in the music industry and what they've done to sort of, take the next steps in their career. And so we're going to have conversations with these people in various areas of the music industry, including, mental health, marketing, wellness, creating your own business, all of that stuff. And we're going to hopefully provide you all with insider tips and tricks for developing a versatile career. And Marks and I had actually had a long conversation yesterday while I was driving, sort of about this, about creating more resources for students and for young professionals to expand their careers and get more experience. So this recurring theme, I think, for our podcast in general is surrounding yourself with people who support you and lift you up, building community, making your own path, and staying motivated, disciplined, and passionate, because it's really easy to get burnt out in this community, and we want to create something that lifts everybody up. So that's my little spiel, little intro for sort of what our goal is. So we've got 10 people that we are going to interview or chat with. I don't think it's really going to be an interview. I think it's going to be a fun little conversation.
It's going to be a hang.
It'll be a great hang. And My brain is. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah,
Da,
we
da, da,
oh
da, da.
da-da-da-da-da. We've got 10 people that we're going to reach out to talk about and get information for all of the listeners. And then we will be dropping our episodes every 2 weeks, just like we did for our first season, although we never announced it to anyone. It was just kind of like a we're doing this and we're gonna hold ourselves accountable. So every 2 weeks, be prepared for awesome new content.
Yeah. Um, Side note, it's generally a good idea for those of you. We've never explicitly announced this to our audience, but oftentimes it can be really helpful to hold yourself to expectations without necessarily announcing them to others and just kind of giving yourself your own goals. And one of the things we were talking about when we started our podcast, the vast majority of podcasts don't get past 3 episodes. And so it was a personal goal of ours to make sure that we had something that sustained itself for at least longer than that, long enough for us to be able to build an audience of people who actually listen. So those of you who are listening to us coming back for our season 2, thank you so much for being here. We are very, very grateful that you are here. So yeah, we never really made the announcement that we were going to post every 2 weeks. And even when we started our podcast, for those of you who saw, our initial post was on Instagram, right? We just as our first episode was dropped, we randomly dropped a clip as well, talking about the episode, and it was on the day that the episode was live. I think there's some importance to, especially as a business owner and a content creator, as a lot of you guys who listen to us are. To not over announce things that are necessarily going on in your life, unless there's a specific reason you want to. For example, to help people keep you accountable, which is also something that Kayla and I talked about over the phone last night when we were talking about getting together and getting things started for this season. So anyway, I think it's an important side comment that is just worth mentioning. You'll see the theme show itself even more pervasively throughout this season with our guests. This is going to be super fun, right? We have a lot of friends and colleagues in the business who do really great and amazing things. Some of them are mentors, some of them are colleagues, and it's just it's just really cool and uplifting to be around those individuals who are doing the things that frankly we feel need to be done, right? The things of helping individuals avoid burnout, empowering individuals and helping you realize that you have a voice, and knowing how to take care of yourself while going through your career. So we're really excited about this. You don't have to take our word for it anymore. We're bringing more people here to talk about it, and our guests, some of them are just, some of them are not necessarily on social media as often as we are, but all of them are just really great at what they do, and so their voices deserve to be heard, and we're excited to bring them on.
Yeah, I'm super excited and excited to get back into this because I know I've said before, talking regularly with you always like brightens my day. So talking more with you and with all of these other amazing people is just gonna make every day that much better.
That's sweet. You're sweet. Thank you. It is definitely something to um, it's something to look forward to when you get to talk with somebody who relates to you and somebody you care about the things that you love. And that's one of the big important things. We've mentioned it multiple times in our mental health episode on our podcast last season. We made a big deal about that, and even Chat GPT told us in a Chat TPT episode the importance of building that community and so on and so forth. Now that I'm saying with it, the particular guest, when I mentioned mentors, I won't spoil it in today's episode, but I think you know who I'm talking about. I think it'd be really funny with him, with that particular individual, to incorporate an unhealthily large amount of Chat GPT in our Chat TPT episode, just because I think it would be funny. I think he would it would be funny. I think we should do it. We should consider it.
Yes.
But yeah, anyway, this is gonna be great. I'm really excited for us and excited for you guys, and it's gonna be a ton of fun.
Yeah. So that's our little intro episode for everyone. And hopefully we're gonna drop that. I would love to drop that today so that we can start pumping stuff out in 2 weeks.
Our intro episode?
Our intro
Yeah.
episode. Would
Yep, we're
love.
dropping it today. We're not going to say when we're recording this, so you don't know if we actually dropped it today. You'll just have to trust us.
And I
We
think
totally dropped it on the day that we're recording it.
absolutely, I believe in us. And
Oh yeah.
even yesterday when we were talking about like accountability, like it's so important, I think, for both of us because we're so like scatterbrained and stuff, and we have all of these big ideas, but no sort of like help getting it started. Like it, I, yeah, it took me quite a long time to get out of bed this morning because
Yeah.
I didn't
Well,
have anything scheduled until this, and I was like, well,
yeah. Well, also the part about being a musician, post college and whatnot, which a lot of our audience is, in that transition period, right? You don't have classes to get you up and out of bed in the morning, and your schedule is what you make of it, and your success is determined by you. There's no mentor meeting with you once a week trying to tell you to practice your fundamentals. It's all you, and so those opportunities you have to make on your own. And so yeah, it's a really big part of the career that you really don't truly get to experience and perfect until you're out there in the field. That application of all the things that you have been learning and doing, and there's a lot of intrinsic motivation that is necessary and required in some instances to do that. So hopefully our podcast can help serve as a means for those of you to continue to be motivated and excited about doing these types of things. And yeah, I mean, I say it facetiously, but we have every intent to have this released today. If not, it's because we're editing it and making it as great as possible to be released tomorrow. But regardless, we are headed into it immediately. We've got our first hang is tomorrow with a good friend, a mutual friend of both of ours, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to we're front loading a lot of these things, so you guys will see it every 2 weeks. But we're gonna have the opportunity to just it's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
so great.
I love seeing the video side of this. So I hope there's at least some of our audience that is watching the YouTube version of it to see. If you guys don't know this, usually when I am talking about something at all, Kayla is like making gestures and faces and all sorts of things while I'm going through it as well. It's like a sign language interpreter. She's like raising the roof and she's like doing silent clapping, and it's just so funny. Kayla is such an incredibly energetic and fun individual to be around. And those of you who don't know her in person, you need to make it your. Are you going to ITG, Kayla?
Yes, I will
Okay.
be at ITG and I
Okay.
will be presenting at
Oh yeah, that's
ITG.
right. I'm even sadder that I'm
I
not going to be able to make
know.
it. But
Part of like the whole wellness program that they're
right.
putting forward. So that's something
Yeah.
that's definitely going to get me out of bed because I think my session's at 7 a.m.
Nice.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
need
the best
14
the
cups
best
of
time.
coffee.
Oh, you'll only need 13 and a half cups of coffee. It'll be fine. Yeah, there is still a there's I'm still trying to imagine a world where I can make ITG happen, even if it's a couple days. Yes, but we'll see. We'll see. For me, it is literally across the country, and
Yeah.
there's a lot to prepare. I do have a piece being performed by the great and amazing Dr. Julia Bell at the Newark's recital, and if I can at the very least get myself across the country to see that and to be able to spend some time with those of you who are there, that is my goal. But if I'm not there, go get Kayla's autograph and tell her about how amazing she is, because yeah, she's great. She's fun to be around. If you haven't met her in person, just walk up to her. She's not going to be like, "What are you doing? Get away from me. I don't talk to humans." That's not the type of person Kayla is. Unless you don't. There was that episode that I thought was really funny, where we were facetiously talking about what $9,000 you charge for a lesson. So yeah, just bring 9 grand. And as long as you pay her $9,000, she'll give you at least a minute of her time. So
But also to sort of go back to that, like this, we were talking about this last night too. This is the year of abundance,
yes,
right? And I've had some amazing things coming my way that I'm not talking about just yet, but like Marcus and I talked about it last night and I'm just like absolutely mind blown. So this whole manifesting thing, let me tell you, it works. And it is working. And Marcus, you were saying that you were having a good year too,
Hmm.
just 2024 in general.
Hmm.
Things are looking up, which is
Yeah.
great.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I've been a lot of people, I've been talking to about that, and obviously you've been one of them. We talk a lot about this type of thing and the importance of just your mindset, right? And it wouldn't be very uh, it would be hypocritical for the two of us to talk to our audience about mindset if we weren't really going through it ourselves, right? But any day you could wake up and feel like life is really tough and things are really hard because they are, that it's a natural facet of life. It's what brings about growth, and but sometimes it brings about pain in the here and now. You're just like, man, I just want to move on to the next thing, or just like, I don't want this to happen to me. Why is this happening to me? But you'll have your triumphs, right? If you're going through tough times now, you won't be going through those tough times forever. You'll have your great and amazing triumphs, and the quicker you can get yourself into that, or I'll say it this way, the mindset that you have will get you into those triumphs a lot quicker than not. And so yeah, we claimed this year, we claimed 2024 in January as the year of abundance. And in January, things were not falling in everyone's laps. But I'll tell you, a lot of people, a lot of our professionals, and the two of us, and so on and so forth, have had maybe our fair share of opportunities. We're about a third of the way into the year, a fourth of the way into the year. It's been about 3 months, and some really cool things have been landing in a lot of people's laps, just because we have prepared ourselves to receive them. So, if you have not done that for yourself, this is your invitation to join us in accepting the year of abundance. I promise you that great things will happen as you do.
Also,
This
I
is a
think
fun intro episode. It
it
works.
is
It works
really
with our
fun.
brains to go hot, rapid fire, multiple topics.
Oh, this is also the year of the dragon. So
Yes, yes, it is.
So that's a vibe. The other thing I was thinking about, for some reason, I thought it was the year of the rat because I was born in the year of the rat. And today, or this year, my birthday falls on the exact same day of the week as when I was born, which is
Oh,
crazy.
gotcha.
That's why I thought it was the year of the rat, but I don't know how
Huh.
anything works. So it's the year of the dragon, which is even cooler. Rawr.
Yeah, yeah, it is cooler. To be fair, I don't think so. One of my favorite podcasts is called "No One Knows What They're Doing,"
I should be on that.
and I think it's great. It's Erin McGough. I don't know. Do you follow her on any of the social media? Um, Business entrepreneurial, corporate educator. She talks to millennials, zillennials, and Gen Z about how to get jobs, how to succeed in interviews, so on and so forth. And her brand, she has branded herself as your internet best friend or your internet big sister, actually. I
I
think
love that.
she's great. She's very, 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 very great. But she put together a podcast called "No One Knows What They're Doing," and she's interviewed some pretty great people. And yeah, it's amazing. So, um, if you like podcasts, hopefully you do because you're listening to ours. Yeah, check her out. I believe her Instagram handle is. Hold on, I'll verify it. I believe it is Advice with Aaron. Yep, Advice with Aaron. So yeah, go check out your internet big sister. Give
That
you
sounds
career and life
great.
advice. Um, but yeah, so anyway, this is fun. It's great. I'm excited for the season to commence because yeah, it's fun talking to you, and it's fun being able to talk about our career and share it with the world.